Að sjá dreggjana á ferli neðan vor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Hverfið á braut! Engan eigi ég hlut að máli þessu!
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade, quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I am in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight, and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
What's up, guys? It's Orkman. I'm about to play my second playthrough of the Baron Saga. I didn't upload the first ending. Sorry about that, guys. But here, it's gonna be ending through, hopefully through Red's eyes. Alright, here we go. Eric, Stereo the Strand. I manage to govern the business. Ubin, isn't it? The governor tells me you're giving us a hand. Just big chaotic on here, Eric. It's been worse. We got a lot of irons in the fire. What does he exactly want? What does he want exactly? What does he want exactly? Scaffoldings that you didn't hang back up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor wants to make sure they stay down. I was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. So bad reading. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Right place. Let's go. Let me handle this. You meander through the world's an open face, houses and ferocious dolls. Clerk candidates flopped at burnt current. One man in particular blenches at you as you approach. I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to the idiot. Scaffoldings chipped and bleed out about an hour ago, Hat. So when you tell me your right saying is the rest of the car back into, nobody's going to try to kill you this time. I don't talk to... They don't talk to me. I don't have time. I don't have a picture for this. Fast was fiercely fumbling through the dirty like trinkets on the table. Wait, just buy one of these. If anybody thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to make that? No budge. Just a little food money, yeah? Let's do nothing. Eric returns his friends to the table, scattering heads, says, and the junk across the crowd. Gods, Eric, lay it a bit heavy on you, don't you think? Where are the scaffoldings? Nobleman up by the east wall. But that was a month ago, last I know. Ass goes away with the wave from his hand, gathering things from his high hole, disappearing for a while until this blows over, he figured. Your bodyguard steps forward. Are we done? Okay. Are we done? Alright, were you wearing green back in the hall? No, just bought them while you was walking around. Why? They look good. Why you care? Clapper goes off, looking a lot more stalls. Eric, that man of yours seemed unreliable at best. A blind dog would trust side, but he used to be a scaffolding. If he's licking their wounds, they'd probably be gone to old haunts, not new ones. Number man is a me hall. No, okay. Number man is a me hall? Best I can tell. That name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who will love to put a foot of these cows in the ground. I'm gonna find him. I'll meet you there. Should we have a portrait of some sort? What a luxury. Come on, you're alright, mob up. Worse today. Just make sure the governor resembles. Just make sure the governor remembers the promise. Double the usual tiff. I'll mind him. Here we go. No, sorry. Let's fight. You're right in front of them. You're right in front of what must be the nobleman. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man introduced as Vagar. I put them out, Eric says, his shoulder. Ready? Let's get this over with. That's the spirit, says okay, here we go. Yeah. Explode, open the door so hard. Bar kid boosted the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As he entered the hall, Eric is already at the head of the note table, his actor drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken scavengers scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and meat strings in the process. Good job, fellas. I'm reading so bad. I'm so sorry, guys. Too bad I can't sound like a freaking, like, Viking. Alright, how are we gonna do this, boys? Wait, that's all I get? Fuck. Did I have another dude? Oh, there he is. Alright, let's do this. Okay, then fire. First kill. Really? Oh wow. Dude, they're all going for my homeboy. Oh shit. Okay. That gonna hurt everybody. Yeah. Ooh. That's close. Damn, they all want to kill my dude. Yeah, I know it was all going for him. Ah, that's interesting. There they are. Gods be damned. I gotta go. Wash out this blood. Eric was looking out the hall's window into the bay. A fleet of long ships, of course, with the sails of bold red and blues. One bear I know well, Fangor. Next for a Val King ship last we spoke. Third flag? Looks important. Yeah, important. Guess. See what I deal with all day long? Ah, things make more sense. You hope I have second saying everything's fine here when the rogue guests arrive. Ah, things make more sense. You hope I have second saying everything's fine when the rogue guards arrive. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there are no rotten bodies or pools of info still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask you one more favor? What is it? If you happen to stall our guests down on the docks, I wouldn't inject. Maybe I will. Hey, I'll steal from the Lee house to the credit. Eric tossed his book. Points. Shit, what's that noise? Here we go. Bedmore. The rear of Var steps into the docks, and in your mind you acquire a much younger version, trapped in the halls of Griffin, abundant in purpose. God, Zubin, you look ancient. No, I didn't read that. God, Zubin, you look ancient. Constable being old, and if there's Gardner, there must be Hakon. Must there? Must there? Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid old yaks? At the age where you lose a sense of shame? At what age do you lose your sense of shame? Jordan demands it. I take that overthinking to the death of me. Speaking of, I don't sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from Apparidge, in fact. And glad for it. I gotta mention mulches of ships in the base. Sails still fluttering, golden wolf head and blaze on red, the king of men, of someone on his behalf. The king's whelp. The king's son, Ludin, don't you know, Schooner? You visit his capital, he visits ours. It's how we make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hakon has it. I almost forgotten. It's a good thing you go around, Hakon. Then going to go for him? I have the distinct feeling I finished my business in Strand and was heading there myself. We should carry man. We should. Give it a day. Embarrassing says I drink a week away, but let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What's he trying to say? It's the prince is a delight to behold. Where's Magor? Oh God, I haven't found a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading to meet the governor. Also giants apart in his wake. You recognize a few, others strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Magor. See you in the morning, governor. I'll be along. Young prince, men of impulse from his sheep. He brushes his tongue, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Ludin looks for all the world and saw a boy who grew up pulling the legs of some spiders. The long road back to Griffin should be more interesting than most years, you think? When the ceiling settles in, you chuckle to yourself about what our day has been. One of Griffin's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, you're going to join Magor's caravan tomorrow night. It might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon or introduce yourself to the prince he spoke so highly of. Let's see. Let's go to the perspective of the hell he wants. Is this the right place? Is this the right place? Is this the right place? You find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed Var who must be working for Ludin. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, an arms crossed. Greetings, Prince Ludin. Yes, you were Var. I don't remember you. Wait, maybe do that. Yes, you're a Var. I don't remember you. Not exactly. I know Vert for a long time. I'm joining you back to Griffin with my guards. The man looks up at you for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king, carrying this to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, the tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? Okay, wait, what's that noise? Okay. I have a habit of recording history. I thought I might talk about your visit. About starting? Don't you already know? Your king and mine both had practically trampled in throughout the cities. I've been on the road for a while, I'm afraid. Alex takes a deep sigh. Whether tired or ungracious, you're uncertain. Maybe both. A formality, mostly. Dragon came to our capital in Verge, and now we go to Bora's capital in Griffin to submit the Grand Alliance for the next age of men in Varl. You sound unconvinced. There's no need for it. And it's damn cold up here. Yes, since you're struggling not to complain outright, you take the opportunity to excuse yourself. See what happens. Let's say about this. Let's go in there. You found Haka in me house surrounded by other Val. Strand is no stranger to Val, but rarely sees as many. Haka, where's you over? We're straight for a Blacken? Barker's one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to Governor's Hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me in trouble. No surprise, but this time. When I got here, the Great Hall was already filled with bodies. We had a few more. Humans, I guess, who only live as long as Yaks. I guess if only I live as long as Yaks for, I might be desperate to make something out of myself too. It's not too late to start trying, Hakon. It's a little chuckle. And if I could recount his deeds, knowing he is cutting slip through the dredge outside Second War working since then. Down here, I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point. That's another reason to get back to Griffin. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the meat house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. Give me 1 minute. That's good. 20 keys. Alright, let's do this. Off we go. Caravan stops for a day. A gift, says Murder. Greg can open meat case. For like Grace's friend, the governor of Strand. Our eyes pass with gracious laughter as meat is passed throughout the camp. You raise your drink, toasting the lines between man and bar. The others join in. Newton's expression is like Stonewall, but the others laugh at your exaggerations. Eventually, you sit beside Bugger. Thanks for the Big nerd. Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. Dexter McGurr, I thought the damn governor would never shut up. Did he give you the history of his entire family? He tried. Then he asked me to clean up his mess for your benefit, it turns out. I gave him that job to you too. Guys, there's no joy in politics. Speaking of, what happens after this business with Lynn? Hopefully the boy goes back to the Ridge on his own, and I could take out my frustration on some dredge or something. It starts sounding like Karn. You don't like the life of a diplomat? Don't you miss the fight, Ubin? Eat down your meat instead of replying. He then slaps it and shakes his head. There's no great joy in killing dredge, but pretty sure this nonsense is some scheme between the two kings to force some kind of lineage. Used to be, wars will follow for what you've done. Isn't that why they follow you now? Or is it? Or it has become I'm next in line. These lines are getting muddy, Orvar. They've always been muddy, Rigner. He stares into the campfire, lost in thought. You leave him to it. He waits groggily, campsite's casually of merriment. Roger is already kicking Warriors awake when you spot Luda stalking your direction. He stops up sleeping by us. Better wake up, you nudge. Burger if you need it. It's Ludin. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Release the cage, yawn. A hard eye stared in return. How long to get for him? We were only 2 days on the outer strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on the map. It's me and the friends over here. Alright. We head north to east, past the forts. Griffin's far from Strand. It's going to be a long march. We should have a drink last night, Udin. Why not take the ships to Skyrim instead? What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called for a reason. It's covered in ice all year. It will tear up the longships. Too bad though. We could have shown you all the wonders of Skyrim Steed. A house I can see crawling with dredge, Prince. Dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? God has not his nose upon Scott for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the flaps and goes as he goes barking with all his company in the distance. Don't punk the anthill. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You've been looking for a tall cliff to drop off to. This guy sure wicked the heck on. Thanks, Burner. Let's keep moving. Another half day to Pharaoh if we're lucky. Can't. Okay. Now we're all that. Get past by him. Rest, revive. You train. Oh, I know that crap. Let's go get this full, dude.
Weather fell. Even the name means bad weather, when frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
There's a lot of awesome some cattle. What? Couple days back, sent word to Strand about the cattle. This second army. He expressed himself until you were 16 that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have you cattle gone? Well, no, my boys seen men up in the hills carrying them away. Don't know how many men who can host a whole cow by himself. Cause that one's out here maybe? Could they have our working for them? Not from the government told me. I'm going to take a look around and get the cat stuff, look it up. You'll be here no more than a day. There's still for any food you got. For hundreds of all? Are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. You think I'm squatting? Not enough room for a couple hunters here if we get hundreds of. Shut up, hear that? President. Space cell. Like fighting something else. And so it's faint. It's like fighting. Something else. That context off the line. Wow. Ah, another one? You trying to get yourself killed, Ludin? What are you doing? I was trying to get a shot between the plates. You ever seen a dress before, boy? What kind of idiot? Break down their armor first. Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Lincoln goes to Ragnar and lies face down. The future of our king lies motionless, aside from a spraying pool of blood. Ragnar's dead. Ragnar's dead. Meanwhile, where did that cat from? Where that thing came from? Shh, stay close. I think it saw us. Here we go. Careful, don't get too close. Really? Okay. Was that Dredge? I let Legos come, but you can tell her heart is about to beat right out of her chest. It was. Let me see. Are you alright? No, I'll be fine. The Dredge attack your car, and the Yakuza Bell being about to explode most of your supplies. You can see more dark figures. All that food. That's the last we're gonna get before winter. What we do? Don't run. Let me think. I can see them in the trees. Are you sure about this? No, we have to try it. Be quick. Lex unlocks while you frankly toss the supplies back to the cart. More dress emerge, but you manage to get the cart moving before they close in. The monster figures slowly recede to the distance.
I never expected to see the Dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
Ivor. No one's volleying questions to toss over the men in the training field. He squints as you approach. Are you back, Master? Thought you'd be here tomorrow. Dredge everywhere. Dredge. How did they get through the Greyhorn? Must have broken through the fort. Fires over nearby stop sparring. They gather around you. Damn it! They still be here if they're not already. Hear a scream from the skirts. People are running towards the Great Hall. Mm-hmm. Ego, take all that to the Great Hall. Tell the chieftain what's happening. The rest of you gather up so many people as you can. Come on, let's. No, wait. I want to help. Gosh, bro, don't start telling them I know what I'm doing. I know it's a stretch, but they bought it. What's the plan? Get her off the dredge, see what we can decide, then we figure it out. Alright guys, I'm gonna stop right here for a short bit. I'm gonna do some things real quick. Hope you enjoy my bad reading. Things work. Give me 1 minute.